sidekick.
Oh, Amy just
Oh,
got
we
kicked
lost
out.
Amy.
What happened?
Oh, I don't know. Hi, everybody.
Oh, here
Welcome
she
to
is. Here she
Mercury
is.
retrograde, internet connection problems,
Exactly. There's
smorgasbord.
Amy.
And we have Amy.
Yeah.
Oh, now
One
Amy's
week
is
we'll have
doing weird.
Hello.
Amy. One week
Now
we'll have.
Amy's is doing weird things. Now she's freezing up.
That's how it was on my end.
Yeah,
Yes,
weird.
hmm
Okay, do you want to go out again, Amy, and come back in?
oh, great. Yay.
Don't feel bad, Amy. I know I've been going through it.
Yeah. So how about you go out and then come back in, Amy? No, now she's frozen
I told
completely.
you my internet.
Yeah, we got a frozen Amy.
Yeah.
Maybe we're
But
not meant
Amy,
to
if we
do
can't
this
keep you
today.
live with us, you can always type in questions that Sharon can see in the chat that you would
Mm,
like for us to specifically read on if you have any more issues coming in. That's the only other thing I can recommend.
hmm So try, I don't know if she's gone out and come back
I
in.
don't know too. She's just smile there with her. She's doing the
She's
Mona Lisa.
smiling. Okay. It's too bad because we need some information from her.
Well, there's very little. So what I can do is I can kind of get started. Hi
Okay.
everybody. We are reading for Amy this evening. Her uncle John, which she remembers loving dearly when she was a young child, um, disappeared, and this has been about 40 years ago. So this was making it what, late 70s, early 80s. Um, I guess possibly um, there may be some family secrets involved because Amy, doesn't have connection to all the families still. And from what I understand, she didn't have a picture either, so there was no way I could retrieve a picture. But her uncle John did disappear, and I went ahead early before the live to toss some cards to see, what was what, and I'll wait till see if Amy comes in with any if she can make it
I'm
back
I'm
in,
still
or if
here.
not, Sharon will go ahead and just put on the screen Amy questions or information that can help us. Um, but when I first did my initial cards, laying them down, the first card that just came right out was the angels and guides, intuition and love. So I feel like this card's telling me that Amy's uncle is in spirit, um, but he does know that she loves him, and that he's returning the love to her, um, which was interesting because the other card that came out from my other deck that just flew out was the Fool. So automatically, I feel like this was something that he might have decided to do on his own. That there was, from what I could see in the initial cards that I laid out, I don't see anything with foul play. I lay down, Scott's cards. I got the Hermit, of course, getting stuck, meditating, reflecting, and he also has the word impulsive on this. And when I laid down my other deck of cards, this was the very next card too, the Hermit. So I've got two Hermits now. So that's letting me know that he felt like he had to leave, that he had to go. Um, he had to leave. There was something that there was something else that was drawing him away from family. And the further cards I got was the 4 or 5 cups, which I also got with Scott's card and with this other deck. And I'm not sure. I'll have to wait to see what Amy says. But I did get um, several cups here throughout, and I'm not sure if maybe her uncle didn't know if he had maybe a drinking problem or something that made him feel like he had to leave the family, or if this is just cups being very emotional, because the 4 or 5 of cups says sadness, pain, unloved. So he might have not felt loved or welcomed. Something was hurting him where he felt like he had to leave the family. I got the Tower July card. And of course, divorce, drastic change. He had a tower moment where it felt like his life just, fell apart. He had to leave. Underneath that was like the Seven of Wands that I put in, because of course, with the fire, kind of trying to hold back things, the hardship, things that were going on in his life that he felt like he had no control over. And so he felt like, he had to leave, he had to walk away. There's the Knight of Cups, no, excuse me, the Eight of Cups, walking away. And then I also got Ace of Coins, starting over again. Prosperity, looking for a new job, new income. And that card, this fell right under that card as well. He did love his family, Six of Cups. There's the childhood memories, holding on to the past. Um, it says on naivety, which I'm feeling like it was a regret that he later had in life, because then I got the Nine and Ten of Swords. So it brought a lot of sadness to him, a lot of heartache, feeling depressed. Um, and then the last three cards was kind of interesting. I think he might have started a new life. I did get the Nine of Pentacles, so I had her, and then I had the King of Wands as well. So I'm wondering if this is, maybe he met somebody, maybe tried starting over, or this might have been the root of why he felt he had to leave, because then underneath it was the Moon card, secrets, hidden knowledge, or, intuition saying, something might not be working, or something may work, and that's why he left and followed through. So those were my initial cards. And Sharon, I'll let you go when you're ready.
Hmm. Well, the High Priestess, I feel like there's a lot of secrets around this, like the moon. Look at all the moons here. So yeah, it's a mystery. I feel like he didn't. Now this is Six of Wands, which is success, but I felt like he didn't feel successful. I think he felt like a failure. Can you hear me? And he was, overcome by emotion, and he needed to get away. The Six of Swords. I think there was a lot of conflict. That the Five of Wands there, and I think he wanted to. Here's the Ace of Wands, but see how she's walking across this kind of tightrope that this wand is making over the bridge there. I think he wanted to make it's his solo, right? He wanted to go solo. He wanted to build his own life. This is the Three of Cups, but I think he came in. He had a lot of loss, that kind of thing. I think he wanted to be the master of his own life. Here's the Emperor. But then there were changes. Something happened. And here's the Chariot. Now see, the Chariot's going up into the sky. Now I forgot that the Chariot looks like this in this deck, but Spirit told me to use this deck. So I have a feeling that something happened, and he's in spirit. I just meant Amy's back. Okay. Oh, she's not coming through though. There she is. Oh,
Hi.
hi. Yeah. Well, you're
Hello.
not complete.
Hi.
Hello, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. It is a little delayed though. Oh, now you're frozen.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So
What?
yeah.
Am I frozen?
Well, you're delayed.
I can
You're
hear you.
delayed. Okay.
And
Well, that's
when
fine.
Sharon talks, she's mechanical and
Oh, great.
garbled, so that's why I go like this to see if I can catch what she's saying about
Yeah.
the cards.
Yeah, but I can hear all of you. You're just a little delayed, Amy. So,
Well,
anyways,
I didn't hear what you guys were talking about.
well, I got that he did leave.
What?
I got that he did leave. He was pretty emotional. He wasn't happy with his life, and then he left to
Yeah, we
rebuild
both
his
got
life.
similar cards.
Yeah, and be the like the emperor, be the master of his own domain. But he had lost 5 of cups, and there was a major change in his life. I think he's in spirit. Here's in this chariot card, it's going up into the sky. So that's the reason why that was the image I had to see. That I forgot that image was in there in this particular deck. So yeah, I don't think he's of this world, but he went to change his life to try a new path.
Did he die young?
But there's a
Oh, that's a good question.
oh.
Yeah.
Now, Amy, do you know? Because I was getting quite a few cups, and that could be just emotions as well.
Yeah.
Uncle didn't have any issues with drinking, or why that might have been why he wanted to leave or felt he had
Yeah, I
to
got
leave.
cups too.
Or
Right.
did he have?
Their dad was an alcoholic.
So maybe he felt like that's why he had to leave.
Yeah.
Was because okay.
Yes, Sheila, it's Amy's uncle, and he went missing 40 years ago. So did he die as a young man?
Now, Amy, do I have permission to ask the cards if he passed from the alcoholism, or if he took his life? Are you okay with me asking those questions?
Oh, I think she's
or would
frozen.
you prefer? Yeah. Well, I'm just going to ask about the well, of course I'll ask, and I'll respect all.
40 years ago, Sheila, 40.
Yeah.
Did he pass by
I'm just
suicide?
going to ask.
40. And a bunch of my uncles became alcoholics as well, including my father.
Okay,
So-
on the suicide thing, it won't answer it. It's going yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
Okay.
But did he die young? Yeah, I've got the pendulum says yes. Did he die in a situation? And I'm getting that it had something to do with alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, he probably died of cirrhosis of the liver.
Well, he died young, so I'm thinking
Did
like
you hear me?
Yes, I heard you. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it was that. I think it was something that happened because he was inebriated. Let me ask that. Did he die?
Sharon, what are you going to ask? Because that didn't make it through on my end. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I asked. I didn't think it was cirrhosis of the liver. I think he was too young for that, but I think he died. Yeah. I think he died of something, maybe, driving. Maybe he was driving when he shouldn't have, but he died in an alcohol related incident is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Well, it's interesting you say that because I got the cart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's the vehicle. Yeah. And for me too, when I saw this, the saying when they try to stop drinking, but they do, or any sort
Almost
of addiction, they fall off the wagon. So yeah. I'm getting the feeling that, he tried, but there's also the vehicles there. I also got 6 to 8. I got the 6 or 8 of Pentacles, body issues.
I got a big yes on a car accident. Oh, and Sheila says she's getting a car accident. Yeah.
Okay. The law agencies.
Yeah.
And then I got the Page of Cups, and it says linked. So that's what I'm connecting with too. It was an alcohol related accident.
Yeah.
but it's interesting. I mean, unless the family does know now, Amy, that part of the family you don't communicate with, right? So you don't really know
Correct.
for sure. They may already know what happened, but there's no way that you can find out for yourself, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm just going to ask the cards
I
if
mean,
his immediate family knows what happened.
Sheila says it feels as if there was more than depression there. Though, and she says, I don't know his first name. What's his first name? That would be helpful.
John.
John.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Because the first set of cards that Amy wasn't here for that I showed, one of the was like the 9, 10 of swords. Scott combined them, and depression, failure, that kind of those keywords were in the card. So yeah, I mean he was severely
A lot of
depressed.
a lot of the siblings suffered from mental issues, including my father.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of the siblings were alcoholics, including my father. So,
Yeah. That's so sad.
that was fun growing up.
Yeah.
But I made it.
Yes, you did.
He didn't make it. My dad didn't make it, but I did.
Yeah.
He passed away from cirrhosis of the liver and cancer. So,
Yeah, I didn't know that your dad had passed, so I'm sorry for your loss, one.
oh, thank you. It's been 9 years now, I think. Yeah, 9 years. But I still think about him from time to time.
Yeah, again.
Wait a minute. My uncle's talking to me. He said he was scared. Scared. He was scared of growing up with an alcoholic father is not fun, and he was scared of the environment. He's just confirming what you said, Sharon. He was scared of the environment he was in.
I also got this card. It says the Seven of Swords. See, he wanted to get out. He wanted to escape.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Mhm.
He wanted to get away from his father. He loved his mother.
Yep.
But he was afraid of his father, and the siblings didn't get along very well. To this day, to the day they died, none of the siblings ever got along very well.
Okay, Amy. Jill has asked this question several times. Do you know if he joined the military?
No, he didn't. But my father did. Sorry, Jill. I didn't see it. I apologize.
No, that's okay. Yeah, no problem.
In fact, my grandmother lied about my father's age and said he was 2 years younger than he was to get him away from his dad.
It's interesting. I got the card again, and the card has it's Cat put a symbol for a soldier on there. Travel, warrior, vehicles. That came up again. I got the 5 of coins, the old crap card. But there was a
Well,
struggle. Yeah,
maybe he
there's the
did become a
struggle.
soldier.
I don't know. That may be just why he left. The cart was because of his father, because you said your father was military. So maybe that was one of the reasons too why he left. But yeah, I'm getting loss of money, problems, struggles, poor health, ruin, um, and decisions that he made. He didn't make very good ones. Intuition. I'm going to ask
But
my
yeah,
pendulum.
he wishes he had done things differently. But he would have done things differently, but um he has taken turned out. Um and I let him know that I don't hate him. I don't hate any of my father's side of the family. Um I never got to know any of them, which is sad. Um
Mm.
in fact, I only got to meet my grandfather once, and that was when I
Oh, she's frozen.
Yeah. I asked my pendulum if Amy's
Oh, I'm
uncle
right
went
here.
into the military, and I got a no from my pendulum.
Okay.
So that was a no from the pendulum.
Oh. Then that card must have been my dad,
Maybe.
because I think my dad was the only one to be in the military. And he
Okay. Well,
spent his
I got.
entire life in
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. My dad spent his entire life in the military from the time he was 16 until he was 40.
Oh, wow.
40 44. Yeah, my grandma was out of the house away from his dad.
Yeah, you're right, Jill. So I think Amy just said he was 16 when he got into the military because Jill says that she got that too. Someone joined the military to get out of the house. I picked up a very young enlistment. Your father, apparently. Yeah. So I got your
Mm-hmm.
uncle, escaping the
And at the age
house. Yeah. Um, so your uncle left to escape what's happening. Here's the hangman. And what I got was uh, with that, because there's really dark clouds here. So he wasn't in a good headspace. And
mm-hmm.
I think he wanted to try to change the situation for himself, right? And so he had to leave. He was here's his father here. He was tired of the piecemeal stuff, and also Pentacles means health as well. He was tired of what is it, piecemeal things he was getting for his dad, and like he was done. He had to walk away. Here is him walking away. So that's why he left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of the siblings were in a good headspace.
No.
None of the siblings were.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the protection card
And there
too.
were 6 of them. So,
Jeez. So sad.
Uh, he just says interesting. You said six, and I just had the six, 8 of wands, and the
Right.
middle one is protection, and there's the cup too again.
Yeah.
So maybe he thought this was a way of protecting his family or the ones around him. The 10 of wands, being exhausted, vigilant, stressed out, um, just too many burdens. And then I got the king of coins, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure how this figures unless
I understand why
this
my
is what
grandma.
he had wanted to obtain, or what he wished he could have been to the family. Um, I'm getting. Was your uncle in a businessman, or anything to do with business or leadership or finances? Because that's what the King of Coins is, and I'm wondering too if that's connected, is because this is what was causing a lot too of the stress and the drinking, was what he was doing for a living, trying to be, well, instead of businessman, but being the family man, the provider, um, wanting to be wise, not being able to maybe provide for his family as much as he wanted to. Does that resonate at
Yeah,
all,
he
Amy?
probably got married and they didn't know. Huh? I said they he probably got married and had his own family and was trying to provide for them and he couldn't. I hope you heard that. um
Okay, I'm just going to ask this, Amy. You're all jumbled up. I can't understand what you're saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle from a new deck and ask what message your uncle would like to share with you in regards to everything that we're discussing. With his life and with your concern and with your love for him.
Sorry, I'm so garbled, everybody. Stupid internet.
Sharon, you're muted.
I reshuffled the cards and I asked if his job or business caused him stress, that which certainly didn't help his depression. So again, I just, he laughed, and I think he did start some sort of business because here's the King of Pentacles, the same as you had, and he's got the King of Swords. I think he had a good mind for business, but there was loss. I think he wasn't able to provide for his family. He wasn't able to earn the nest egg. Here's the Seven of Pentacles. I think he wasn't able to earn the nest egg that his for his family. And the energy of the reading was, trying to rebuild. So that was him building his business. Yeah. So good night, Flowing.
Hi,
So that didn't
everybody in
help.
chat. I
Bye,
can't see
Flowing.
chat, so just want to say hello to everybody. But I started hearing what you're saying, Sharon, and it made absolute sense as you're saying it, because these are the cards that came out round and round. He just kept going over round and around again. It just,
Yeah.
going around doing the same thing, expecting a different result. He couldn't break it. He thought maybe a new job, all that glitters would make things better, help to be
Mm-hmm.
able to provide. But then the card I
Mm-hmm.
got was not for you. It just did not work out in his favor. Um,
No.
and I did get regeneration, so I think he did leave to try to regenerate, get his life back on to track. I'm just going to see what's on the bottom.
Yeah. So I think all this
Yeah,
stress added to his, depression, but also he probably started drinking more and et cetera. And then, got in the car one night or when he shouldn't have,
yeah,
and died in a car accident.
yeah. I got a feeling your family knows because they would have found identification and stuff on him.
Right.
Um, so I also,
Yeah.
to
Right.
go with the regeneration card, I got the to the sea. He left. He went out trying to find that peace, trying to get that tranquility, what he was looking for. Um, but then I got
I'm
chaos and conflict. He couldn't shake it. He just could not shake it and get rid of it.
Yeah, there are family members that know. I just asked the pendulum.
Hmm. But in the beginning, I did. I'll find the card that flew out, Amy. If you watch, beginning of playback, but the one card that came out first, and I know that was meant specifically for you from your, here he is, from your uncle. Let's check. Look at that. He's your angel. He's your guide. He has love, and of course, universal mysteries. But he's
Oh,
your he's one of your guides. He's looking over you. He's an angel, and he knows that you love him, and he loves that you still hold that love for him, and you can get past that judgment. But he wants to know that he is around you. See, little guardian angel. So that was the first card that came out. So he knows.
In some respects, you're doing the same thing. I mean, you want to move to
mhm.
England.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to
I'm
escape your
trying to get
family.
away from my toxic. Yeah. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
escape
I just saw
my
that.
toxic
Yeah, I looked and I just saw that. I saw him and I saw you, and he's glad that you're making plans to get away.
because he can see all these years he's been
Mhm.
able to see what I've gone through. And it's like, oh my
Absolutely.
God, she's living my life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's probably
it's
that
just,
proponent that's behind you, that
and
guy that's saying, "Go, girl, you got it." Even when things start to fall apart, he's still there, letting you know that he's got your back.
yeah, it's like growing up, I was always, my mom was always like, meh, 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 against my dad's family. And so was my dad. But I never had hate family. Never, never. I always had love. And, and I just had, why hate? Why hate?
Yeah,
You know, why hate?
because I think maybe if they don't
Just
stop
love.
hating, then they start to find out what's really hurting them, and that's too painful maybe for them to deal with. So it's easier to hate than to break down those walls and be vulnerable and be emotional and being honest and upfront. For some people, that's very terrifying. I've been in groups where people have,
Yeah.
we've discussed this through my DBT groups and stuff. That sometimes reason why people tend to hate, or not do things because all that's all they know is the hate and the fear, and they're terrified of what will take place if they don't have something, to replace that hate with, because then they're going to have to be faced with dealing where that hate's coming from
Absolutely.
and where that fear is coming from.
Yeah,
Right. It is a scary thing, but you have to face it in order to go on,
Well, that might be
you
another
know?
lifetime or something that they have to come back for to learn through. It's hard to say.
Sure, excuse me. That's true. And another, oh, I just saw it. This keeps popping in my head.
Oh, I just lost everything she was saying.
Oop. In my
yeah,
head.
yeah. You're frozen, Amy,
Either
again.
my Uncle John or,
Yeah, we're not
yeah,
getting what you're
I'm right here.
saying.
Am I here?
Yeah, we're not getting what you're saying, Amy. You go to say something, then you freeze, and then we lose everything between that.
Now you're completely frozen.
Okay. Um, I'm not, my perspective, I'm not frozen. Hello?
Yes, yes, I know. No, I know. Yeah, that's what happens.
Am I unfrozen?
Yeah, you better now.
Oh, okay. Um, uh, my dad, this keeps popping in my head, so I guess I have to say it. My dad was put in the military at 16. So at the age of 17, he fought in the Korean War.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, wars don't help when it comes to
yeah. So
drinking.
he
Yeah,
got
I
some
agree.
major PSD.
Hmm.
Yeah, he went to Korea twice.
PTSD. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he went to Vietnam twice.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
my God.
So that's why my dad that's why my dad is the way he was.
Yeah.
He saw the
So
worst
right.
that the humans can be at their very
Yeah.
worst. Mm.
Absolutely.
yeah. So, and he went there, he was young. He was young. And it took me a long time to forgive, but I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I did, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, I had an uncle that was the same way. Um, I won't divulge, but you want to say hi to Amy and Sharon? Okay. And he was in Vietnam. And yeah, it was hard
Hi,
on his family too.
Wow.
Mozzie.
Yeah, it's a Muzzy boy. So I have family
Hi,
members,
Mozzie.
cousins who are able to forgive, and they have an understanding of, you know, and they try to look past that and see who their father was, my uncle was, for who he was, and apparently he was a guitar player too. So, but yeah, war
Cool.
will mess you up. Things that you see in war will mess you up, and
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
yes. Yes.
And imagine
Um,
seeing that at 17.
You're still a baby. Your brain isn't fully developed yet, and you're being told to, take another human's life. Come on, go over there.
hey,
That's good.
Arlene. Arlene McMahon is back from the wilds of Northern Ontario. So nice
Arlene,
to see you, Arlene.
wondering how she's been.
Hi.
Hi, Arlene.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a name I haven't heard. I was ready for you to say 40, but I was like, I wonder whatever happened to me, Arlene. And then you said her last name, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there she is. I just want to give you a message from your uncle,
Mhm.
Amy. Um,
Mhm.
this is about your plans to move um, to England.
Abroad.
The energy,
Hmm.
yeah, abroad, whatever. Sorry, I got some sunshine doing things. This the energy of the ring is him. This is him. He's helping you. And and the Queen of Swords. It's a really good idea of moving. He's saying, don't dwell on the losses. You will get there. Okay. You will get there. It's going to be slow and steady, getting resources together and that sort of thing, but you will get there. And Ten of Pentacles is the outcome. And the Hermit, you'll be much happier on your own, away from your family. So that's what I get.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry I got so excited there because when you said the travel, the first card
She's
I got,
Heather's.
travel,
Yeah.
because I pulled out my crystal card. So I got travel, I got fluorite, spirit guides. He's with you on this. Your guides are
Mm-hmm.
guiding you.
Mm-hmm.
Have the self-confidence. New opportunities are coming. And just remember to keep meditating, keep breathing, especially when you hit those bumps and you feel like it's not going to work or how am I going to afford. Just, say, okay, those are legitimate questions and fears, but I'm setting those aside. But it was just as Sharon was pulling out, the card, I'm like, oh my God, that's what this one says. That's why I
Yeah.
got all excited. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. And this, this
it's
says the
all
same
there.
thing about the bumps. Don't dwell on them.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, he's helping you.
Yep.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
Yay!
And also to detoxify
I'm sorry he
bloodstone,
couldn't have met me in real life.
grounded.
Mm. Yeah.
Yay!
But he's
But
there with you
I'm
in spirit.
glad he was able to watch me. Yeah, in spirit. He sees me, and I'm glad he's proud of me. And
Oh, yeah. He's proud that you're
and
getting out. He's totally supporting you in that.
yeah, and
Yeah.
oh, am I? Oh, please, what? Really? Sorry, I just heard something, and I was like, really?
What did you hear?
I just heard him say. I just heard him say
Uh-oh.
that I'm stronger than he was.
Mm. There you go. Yeah, you are. Oh, my shoulder is
He
doing funky things.
there's some it's weird. It's like I want to say something and I'm trying to figure out what the right words are. I mean, he I just want to kind of let him know that I mean, he knows that what he went through took a lot of strength.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That he,
Mm-hmm.
even though he may have appeared to be a failure and couldn't stop drinking and thus, passed, there was a strength
Exactly.
in him that he was able to tap into. The boy
Well, he had the
Exactly.
courage to
to get
leave.
through what they went
Mm-hmm.
through and what they, you know, now that they're on the other side, that strength that they know it was inside of them, they want to make sure that you have that too and that you can see that it's in you as well. They're kind of like giving
Yeah.
you, this I may not have had it, a lot of it
He's
in life.
saying, he's saying, you've got this, Amy.
Oh wow.
You've got
Yep.
this. Yeah.
Oh, I just heard him say, "I love you."
Oh,
Mm.
yeah. Yeah, he's helping you a lot.
Up.
Sorry.
Time to grab the fan.
Oh,
Come on, grab the fan.
oh, you got some
It's okay, girl.
Kleenex. Oh, oh,
These are good tears, everybody.
Yeah.
yes,
Yep.
yeah. You got this. Yeah.
And you don't have to be ashamed to show them either. There's strength in showing
Mm-hmm.
your emotions.
Yeah.
I'm taking a grief and loss group right now. And even to this day, we never fully let go of our grief and our losses.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always good to cry and not be afraid to let it go, to let it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That it's not a sign of weakness, but it's a sign of being strong, being willing to show people this is what I feel.
Oh, I want to hug you right now.
I know. Hugs for Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh,
We're all here to
But
hold
these are
space
good.
for you right now.
it's okay.
Yes, we
Don't
know.
be
Yeah.
embarrassed. It's a good cry. Yeah, just cry.
Yeah. And
Oh,
what a gift of that to have, because some of us don't get to hear that. Some people can't. And for you to be able to hear that,
yeah,
that's an extra beautiful gift right there.
yeah. You're getting hugs from the chat too.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, everybody in chat. Okay. I'm all for clubs.
Deep
I'm all for
breathing.
clubs.
Oh,
Remember, deep breaths are good.
yeah. Deep breath.
Breathe in for 2 or 3, hold for a second, let it out. Yep.
What a connection you made with him today. Isn't that wonderful?
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Oh,
This is why I love having a channel and doing these types of lives when, for me, this is very important work, doing this interaction, you know, this is what it's all about.
I wasn't expecting that. I love you.
Yeah. Of course he loves you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, That's the
I
first
just
I
I
love
just
you I ever
he
heard
just
from one of his band.
he just handed you some flowers, red flowers, and they're heart shaped. They're heart shaped flowers.
Um,
Yeah.
Okay.
so shall
Aw.
we? Do you want us to end now, Amy, so you can be with your feelings and with
Yeah.
your uncle and your
Hmm.
father?
And there's not
Ah,
much
Yeah.
more we
You're
could
just
tell you
sitting there.
anyway. So this is probably a good way to
Mhm.
end it.
oh my God, my
Yeah.
dad just stepped in and said, I'm proud of you.
Aw. Aw. Yep.
Hmm.
We're rooting for you.
Okay, guys, stop.
Yep.
Ah,
You
all
know,
right.
I wasn't getting teary, Heather, until you said, the value of doing this work.
I
Then I
can't
started
hear
to
you,
cry.
Sharon. You're.
Oh, no,
Oh
I'm shouldn't be muted. Can you hear me now?
No, you're not
no, no.
muted.
It was all metallic. It was garbled.
Oh, I see. Well, I was fine with my
Yeah.
emotions. I wasn't tearing up. But when you said how you love doing this work, that it's so valuable and rewarding,
Yes.
that's when I started
It
to
is.
tear up.
Yes.
I teared up then.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
dad, my dad just said if you two could please throw some cards because he has something he wants to say.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
Let
I
me see if
can't
I can.
think right now.
That's fine. Okay. Just let me tune in and see
Yeah.
if I
You
can
could.
figure out what it is.
Yeah.
His name is Jerry, and he looks just like me, but male for.
Okay. He just gave you a huge bouquet. There were yellow flowers, and his message is show your light, Amy. Shine your light. I don't have to throw cards.
Okay.
Did you? Yeah. There's just all these yellow flowers, and he's handing them to you. And, and that's sunshine and love to the world. Yet shine your light brightly to the world, Amy.
Mhm.
Now that things are back to where they were before, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
So, I decided to use my Tangy cards because this is going to be a very happy. It's going to be very colorful, but it's also, and I know it's going to put a smile on your face. So look at this. This is you. You're their little explorer. You're going out and doing what they wanted to do. See, they're watching you. You're all these little things that you're doing, all these little steps, all these things that you're exploring. You're the little explorer. You're their little, like I keep like saying like Dora the Explorer, but you're out there. You're tapping into what brings you happiness. You're tapping into your gifts. You're reaching, and this could also be them too as well. And I love this card. This is my favorite card on my whole deck. And you've had this incredible journey to this beautiful labyrinth, and then at the bottom it was to been one hell of a climb up, but you're there, and you're looking into, seeing into the possibilities of what life can be like, and tapping into what abilities you have as well. And now this is an interesting card, but I kind of almost feel like, you know, this is your room, and this little black space right here is all just for me in this card at the moment. Just all those fears or self doubt or anxiety, just let it melt. Just let it melt. Let it just fall to the floor. Let go of it. Let it let go of you. And um and I love that little picture in the back too, like another place like you're going to travel to. So it's all about you traveling, exploring who you are, and having the courage to be able to step out of that shadow basically, of the family and the history. You broke that cycle, and that now is the time for you to truly discover who you are. You're finding your truth. You're their little explorer. You're not afraid. You're out there exploring the universe. You're looking past your room. You're looking past any physical limitations that you may put on yourself, or what I'm feeling more is what people might have tried putting on you growing up. And you are breaking free from that, and you are not letting that hold you back, and you're going for your dreams. So that's beautiful. She froze,
Yay.
so I don't
They're
know.
Yeah.
living
Oh,
vicariously through me.
yes. Okay. So he did tell me to throw cards, but remember he said, shine your light. This is the energy of the reading. Look at
Mhm.
this. This is the hermit. There you are, shining your
There you
light.
go. Yeah.
And he says, keep, the Queen of Cups, your love, and keep sending that out into the world. He said the Wheel of Fortune, these are, the changes that you wish in your life. He says, stay out of your head. And there's a little figure right here that has their arms like this, and that's him. He is cheering you on. And see, here's a chariot. You're going to do that traveling, and he loves you. Two of Cups. And don't forget, now these are all stars. Don't forget. It's funny how they're so big in the camera, but they're not. Anyways, stars. Don't forget he's there supporting you.
Yay.
Yep, they're all around you. They're
Yeah,
watching you. They're supporting you. They're
yeah,
looking up at you. Look at you go, girl.
yeah,
Looking up.
exactly.
You don't limit yourself. You don't allow yourself to be limited by anyone's beliefs or expectations.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that climb that you had to do to get up there,
No, I don't allow
to
that
look into that
to
room,
happen.
to look into your truth.
Yeah.
Even when we do it to ourselves, which is
I'm also
normal.
happy
It's
that my
human.
dad,
Your dad came through?
yeah, but I'm also happy that
Mm-hmm.
my uncle and my dad, yeah,
Mm.
I'm here. Hello. Can you hear me?
What? I can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah, I
Oh,
can.
I can't, but I'll watch the playback and I'll know what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm just glad that my uncle and my dad have, are friends again and they've gotten to know each
Mm,
other again,
mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
you know,
Absolutely.
and they don't hate each other. They don't hate each
Yeah.
other like they did.
Yeah.
Well, they're
So,
both supporting you.
yay.
Yeah, it's different on the other side for some.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I'm,
Everything on here on earth, it's different on the other side. A lot of this, you know, it all falls away when you get to the other side, you know. Sometimes it takes
yeah,
healing. I've been told by some spirits before they can reconnect on the other side, but it's all about getting there, healing. You're looking at your life, your history, what you did, and then accepting that and allowing it to go, and then finding that forgiveness and that love again with each other.
yeah. And I have a feeling when I go, I'm going to have a lot of people there to go, hey,
Yeah.
on both sides,
Hey, girl. Hey.
So,
They're like, look at
and
the little
animals.
astronaut.
Hey,
She got a little
girl.
trail there.
Hey, remember me? Hi.
Yeah. I get really excited more when I think about the animals that are going to Great May. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I love my
Mm.
pet, but where are my babies? Where are my fur babies?
I know all my animals.
I can't
Yeah.
wait
Where are
to
my
hook
fur
up
babies
again.
at?
Yeah, I can't wait to hook up with my one of my cats. She Miss Foxy Lady. She was so wonderful.
Aw.
We're just talking about her today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss my fur babies too. All of them.
Mhm.
Especially my Lilu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our family dog
Mine
Thumper.
That's a cute name.
Yeah, he would thump his tail. Yeah, Thumper. He was the
Well,
best family dog. He was
we weren't.
he was a he was a Rottweiler Lab cross. He was just a beautiful dog.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah, really
adorable.
handsome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Rockies are big breeds.
Yeah.
huge.
With the lab.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a great combination. Absolutely.
Mhm.
But they're good dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
As I said, he was a
Good
good family
dogs.
dog, good protector.
Yeah.
Yay. But
Yes,
when
I
I'm
was just
looking
thinking
for,
that. I was just thinking that my ex-husband said after he was trained, I was thinking of what when he was young, the Rottweiler side, was coming out, and he got into a huge fight with my husband, and so he showed him who was boss. And so once Thumper knew he was not alpha, that he was,
Yep, I had a female like that.
yeah,
Mhm.
then he was just great. But yeah, it's totally to my husband's training that he was such a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've got a story though. My sister had a cat, named him Felix after Felix the cat. Remember Felix the cat,
Oh yeah.
the
Mhm.
cartoon?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, she named him Felix, and then, well, whoopsie, cat got pregnant. It's like, oh, it's not a boy, it's a girl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah,
So
I did that. I named a
she
couple
ended up
kittens
having,
boys,
yeah,
and they were girls.
Right. Okay. Well, I do need to go.
Mhm.
So
Yep, time for
thank
dinner.
you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you for this opportunity, Amy.
yes,
It was
thank
really
you.
wonderful to have the person who,
Yes, thank you.
with us to do that, to help us with the
Well,
exploring this about your uncle. So
Thank
thank
you,
you so
Sharon,
much. Oh,
for
of course.
hosting.
well, thank you both.
You're
So
welcome.
I
hopefully by
really
the
appreciate
3rd,
this. So thank you both.
my my strength on my thing will be back up to normal. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. And hopefully we'll be getting out of Mercury retrograde soon. So
Mine is,
Yep,
that'll be a plus too.
absolutely.
yeah.
Alrighty.
And it's
I'm
like,
just I'm
please
so
don't
thankful
do
this
this anymore.
I'm so thankful that's not me that's having the issues. Finally, as of May, have resolved my
Yeah.
internet issues. So
Now
yeah,
I got
I'm
to work
just
on mine.
yeah, absolutely.
Can't
Okay,
build a
well,
channel if you don't have proper internet
Well,
connection.
mine is,
yeah. So please
yeah.
like and subscribe to my channel and to Heather's channel. Her name is up there too, and then also
Miss
Amy's
Amy.
channel, which
Yeah.
is Amy's Smiling Love and Light. So thank you, everybody. Have a good
Thank
rest
you.
of your evening. And I'm glad we were able to get this off the ground finally.
Yes.
So
Yay. Spirit
Yeah.
allowed. You showed the way.
yeah,
Woo!
exactly. So good night, everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Good night.
Oh, my. Okay.